When the Taliban signed the Doha Agreement in 2020, they made specific promises to the world. Stop harboring terrorists, start political dialogue, include all Afghans in governance. 4 years later, here's what actually happened. The agreements looked good on paper. Some of them included the 2020 Doha Accord with the United States, a trilateral deal with Pakistan and the UAE in 2024, written commitments, public statements, international legitimacy in exchange for concrete actions. Doha Accord allowed them to start negotiations with the Afghan government, create an inclusive political settlement, but it came with a condition. Don't let Afghan soil become a terrorist sanctuary. And in return, prisoner releases, financial assistance, international engagement was promised. The Taliban got what they wanted, but did they deliver on their liabilities? Let's talk about inclusion first. Afghanistan has 14 recognized ethnic groups. Pashtuns make up 42% of the population, Tajiks 27%, Uzbeks and Hazaras approximately 9% each, and others make up the rest. Now, interestingly, the Taliban's 49-member cabinet is overwhelmingly Pashtun. Just 2 Tajiks, 2 Uzbeks, 2 Baloch, 1 Nuristani. The Kandahar Shura, the real power center, entirely Pashtun. Every cabinet member, former Taliban militant commanders. Women's education banned. Women working forbidden. This isn't inclusion, it's exclusion with international funding. But the governance failures are only part of the story. Now, the terrorism commitments. August 2022, a US drone strike kills Ayman al-Zawahiri, Al-Qaeda's leader, in downtown Kabul. This is 1 full year after Taliban control. Former CIA officers, including Sarah Adams, who worked Al-Qaeda cases in Kabul, say that other senior leaders like Saiful Adl, Hamza bin Laden still remain in the capital under Taliban protection. The 2025 UN monitoring report documented Saiful Adl's strategy to reorganize Al-Qaeda in Afghanistan and sleeper cells reactivating in Iraq, Libya, and Europe. The next UN report went further. It confirmed Taliban intelligence. The General Directorate of Intelligence, or GDI, provided 3 guest houses in Kabul for TTP leaders, issued movement passes, weapon permits, and immunity from arrest. UN estimates put 6,000 to 6,500 TTP fighters in Afghanistan. Among them, 12 senior Al-Qaeda leaders. A July 2025 report added ISIS Khorasan to the list of groups receiving safe haven in Afghanistan. The numbers tell a story. Between April and September 2025, Pakistani forces killed 135 Afghan nationals in counter-terrorism operations. Total identified Afghan fighters, 267. Pakistan has documented 58 terrorist camps operating inside Afghanistan. In April, 45 Afghan fighters were killed in North Waziristan, and in August, 70 more in Job. The Taliban government requested the return of their bodies, an unprecedented admission. The US State Department confirmed last year that the Taliban regime receives $80 million every 2 weeks from the United States and additional funds from the UN agencies. Here's another interesting anecdote. The Afghan Taliban, under the 2024 trilateral agreement between Pakistan, Afghanistan, and the UAE, promised TTP fighters would be relocated from border areas. The UAE provided funding specifically for this. Only a few hundred were moved. No monitoring mechanism, no shared lists, no follow-through. Despite all this evidence, diplomatic channels remained open. Pakistan alone has conducted extensive outreach since 2021. I have listed down major efforts for you. 4 foreign minister visits, 2 defense minister and DG ISI-led missions, 5 special representative visits, 5 secretary-level meetings, 1 NSA visit, 8 joint coordination committee sessions, 225 border flag meetings, 836 protest notes, 13 demarches demonstrating sustained goodwill despite provocations. So where does this all leave us? Here's what we know for certain. Agreements were signed, promises were made, money changed hands. The Taliban obtained prisoner releases, financial assistance, and international engagement. What they haven't delivered is inclusive governance, women's rights, or an end to terrorist safe havens. NATO equipment worth $7 billion has found its way to militant groups operating from Afghan soil. Meanwhile, a UN report documented 256 arbitrary arrests of journalists, 130 cases of torture, 75 instances of threats and intimidation. The question isn't whether the Taliban made promises. The question is what happens when those promises are broken and who holds them accountable.